You kept gods and goddesses in temples. Even in Islam, they go westward, pointing towards Mecca, worshipping the Kaaba stone. Is it not a murti? So the gods, the worshipable gods, are outside in religion. Spirituality says is antaryamin. Look within you. As a child, I worshipped Lord Shiva. Then I took up Lord Krishna's worship, Ganesha and Hanuman. And then my father used to send me for 2 years to mosque. And I had learned how to recite Quran, how to even do azan. I used to do 5 times a day namaz also. I can recite Qiraat also. Auzubillah minas Saito. I mean, I can have a good dialogue with any Maulana also. But I did find so much of limitations with these religions because everyone is trying to prove that their approach is better than somebody else's approach, and they keep fighting. And I belong to a small village, and where there was so much of peace. But whenever these temples and mosques were built, they started fighting amongst each other, and the whole peace was lost. You see, the cause again the religion. Religion divides people. Religion divides people. Spirituality, having experienced godliness in everything, unites people. So this is a major difference. In religion, you are okay when you have knowledge. You can recite so many qiraats, so many verses from Quran, so many verses from Gita, Hindu would recite. Okay. These are all recitation, these are all knowledge. But when says God is everywhere, or Khuda, or Rahman hai, all merciful. This is knowledge. But experience, to feel that God is everywhere, that God is all merciful, all potent, omniscient, everything. This knowledge has to be translated into experience, and that happens only in spirituality. Your experience starts with spirituality. In religion, it's very limited that you kept the God outside yourself. You kept gods and goddesses in temples. Even in Islam, they go westward, pointing towards Mecca, worshipping the Kaaba stone. Is it not a murti? So the gods, the worshipable gods, are outside in religion. Spirituality says is antaryamin. Look within yourself. Experience that presence within yourself. Religion says, or in religion, while I was in religion, I would worship, I would do diya, agarbatti, or when I used to go to mosque, I used to do, 2, 3 times, 5 times sometimes, namaz. I used to feel happy having done that. The day I missed it, I felt bad, oh, God might punish me. This fear was always there in me, that if I don't do this today, what may happen? And it was limited to 2, 3 times a day, few times a day. Spirituality demands something else. Spirituality says God is within you, and you better have your attention towards that inner presence of God 24/7, all the time. And it happens very naturally. You don't have to make efforts in feeling the presence. See, the biggest problem with Hinduism that came after Vedas were not understood properly. And during Vedic period, what had happened then? People were of a very pure nature that time, and they could feel the presence of God everywhere, even in trees, in skies, in rivers and mountains. That's why they praise this natural thing so much, right? But when the humanity declined, became more, I would say, grosser and grosser, the presence or the experiences were lesser and lesser. So they started substituting such things, worshipability, in temples. So temples came into being. And what was there earlier during Vedic time remained a philosophy. God is in the sky, God is in the rivers, God is in the mountains and the trees and so many things. Even before you experience God in all these things, you begin to claim that God is in such things. That's the biggest problem. Before even you arrive at your wealth or your richness or your success, you started declaring, which is wrong. What is wrong with Islam and other monotheistic religion like Christianity, Judaism and Islam? These three, they are monotheistic religions. And they all say, we are the best. No one is better than us. They started excluding others. You are not same as us. So these are some of the major problems with religion. See, they become too egoistic. Hinduism, before even arriving at godliness, you start claiming, I see God everywhere and I worship God in everything. That's another problem. Spirituality will not allow you to claim such thing unless and until you experience it yourself. Once a day puja will not be enough, because God is within you. He is always witnessing you. While in religion, they keep the God outside you. ऐसे बाद में देखा जाएगा. So I mean, there are so many subtle differences.